Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and it's good to have you with us. It's Wednesday, September the 6th. We're live at HCCTV studios for another edition of the show, midweek show. Didn't seem like a long week because we had a long weekend. So this will be a short week. Dr. Amy Tan is my co-host this morning. Amy, good to see you.
Good morning.
I know you were out of town this past weekend. Looked like you posted some beautiful shots up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, one of my favorite places of all.
It is a beautiful place, Lookout Mountain, and it's right on the border there. So we were kind of like we would get tickled because we go across the border to Tennessee to Georgia, Tennessee to Georgia. It was amazing.
Yeah, Alabama's 20 minutes away from there. So, it's pretty cool. You can get three states all within a few hours.
Yes, we took your advice and we went to Rock City. And so I stood on the ledge where you can see the 7 states.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Great place. Wonderful memories from that place. And I'm sure the weather up there was a lot better than it is down here because you're back into the oven of Houston, Texas. Boy, it's insane here. Huh?
That's right. The broiling, the humidity, like, are we boiling? Are we baking? We're like, what's happening?
Well, on Labor Day, I went outside and I actually looked around. There were some clouds and it rained for about a minute. I'm like, what is going on here? It was a welcome sight, but then it was gone. And then we're back to 100-degree weather.
Yeah, when we need that rain.
We need the rain. We need it to cool down, maybe in a couple of weeks. But right now, it's going to be hot out there, but stay in your office. Watch Up to the Minute. In fact, on today's show, we've got some special guests coming your way, but we want to remind you we're here live at 10 a.m. just about every weekday when HCC is in session. And Amy, they can also rewatch the show anytime in social media and on HCCTV.
That's right. We are always live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC. We are also on YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, except for holidays.
All right, Amy, stick around because you'll be interviewing this next guest. It's Good Works Wednesday. We're focusing on veterans by spotlighting an upcoming business expo created just for them. Dave Weaver joins us now. He's the president and founder of the Houston Veterans Chamber of Commerce. Dave, welcome to the show.
Hey, glad to be here. And thank you, Todd. Thank you, Mel. And thank you, Amy. Glad to be here.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing all about the expo. Amy's going to be with you in about 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Okay, we're going to kick things off. Returning to our show, MBA director discusses its export academy, which just launches, and more programs. Marshette Turner-Ray has joined us. She's the director of HCC Minority Business Development Association, also known as MBDA or MBDA. Good to see you, Marcia. Thanks, Marshette. Thanks for being again on the show.
Thank you so much, Todd. I'm delighted to be back.
Now, let's talk about an event you have going on. It's that time of year. It's called the Export Academy. What is it? What does it entail and who's involved?
So every year we host an Export Academy because, as you very well know, the Houston MBDA is a business industry. And so some of our clients are in the export business. And so during this annual academy, we bring in experts. Yesterday was the first of 5 virtual sessions, and we had an expert from EXIM Bank to be with us and did a phenomenal job. We had over 100 people on that webinar, but we bring in experts on exporting to tell our members and clients how they can do business overseas and why it makes good sense to do business overseas if you're not already doing so.
With Houston being such a diverse city, I would imagine there are people here in the city who are now residents who want to reach back to their home countries to do business. Do you find a lot of that with people that approach you?
We literally just had that conversation on yesterday. One of the attendees, they can't speak. We always mute them, but they type in the chat. And so one gentleman typed in the chat that he was from Haiti and he wanted to start shipping his product back to Haiti. And so we ended up connecting him with the EXIM Bank representative. And so hopefully he'll have the opportunity to do that.
And are all of your seminars paid for, or are they obviously free to your members? How does that work?
Yes, they are free to our members. As you mentioned, we are the Houston Minority Business Development Agency. So we are a government funded program. And so because we are government funded, we can offer certain programming for free to all of our clients. And of course, this Export Academy is one such program that we offer completely free. As I said, there are 5 virtual sessions. In October, we will have the 6th and final session, and it'll be in person at HCC at 3100 Main.
Okay, and that is our district offices.
Correct.
We're going to have more information in our social media posts, so you don't have to worry about writing
Yes.
things down. You can go back and we'll give you all the links. Okay, let's talk about one of your more popular events that you have, which is reoccurring. Before the pandemic, it looked a lot different than it does now. But give us an update on your signature program, Subs and Sandwiches.
Absolutely. Yes, it is indeed one of our signature programs. Subs and Sandwiches has been with us with MBDA ever since we started. So that was 13 years ago. And it's one of our programs where we allow our corporate partners to tell our clients what they have coming down the pike in terms of bid opportunities. And so on the 20th of September, we are actually hosting J.E. Dunn, one of our corporate partners, J.E. Dunn Construction, and they always yield a huge audience. I mean, I'm talking anywhere from 160 to 200 people will log on to hear from J.E. Dunn because they have a plethora of work all over the country, and our clients can actually bid on that work as, you know, the webinar is actually happening. So we are always excited to partner with our corporate partners and have them present opportunities that await some of our clients. And so we host a Subs and Sandwiches every Wednesday from January through October. November and December, we give them a break because they're going on vacation and getting ready for the holidays just as we are.
You also are making some big changes, sound like exciting, to your annual Salute Luncheon.
Yes.
Major change. Tell us about that because it's kind of getting bigger and better, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have completely outgrown the Junior League of Houston, which is where we have been hosting it for the past 13 years. But wonderful, wonderful news. All of you take note and visit our website at hccs.edu/MBDA so that you can be a part of our inaugural Houston MBDA Salute Gala. I am so excited to transition this gala from a luncheon into a formal evening gala. As I said, we've outgrown where we were with the Junior League, but it also yields to open itself up to our honorees and attendees can, you know, bring their families and spouses, and all that good stuff. So consider it a date night next June 21st, which is a Friday, and meet us at the Norris Center. So we are excited about it, planning feverishly for it, and we're certainly looking forward to the gala celebration next June 21st, 2024.
You know, your team works very hard to keep the wheels turning at MBDA. What do you think is, in your own personal opinion, what do you think is the most important thing you're able to do for the community that you work with and the business leaders that you work with?
Number one, continue to show up. You know, oftentimes we get so accustomed, if you will, to doing business in our own silos. So be it you work from home, be it you work in your office or a hybrid schedule or whatever that is. And so we don't see each other. I've instituted, we go out, we're out at events at least 3 times per month. And then we have our folks to come in so that we can see them, they can see us, they can ask questions. It's imperative that we reach them. They are able to reach and contact us. Because when I got to MBDA, like you didn't see any emails, you only saw a general phone number, a general email. I said, oh, no. We are going to open this up and we are going to avail ourselves to the community, to our corporate partners, to our community partners, and have an engaging relationship. Because I mean, that's what people are here for. That's what they want from us. And so that's certainly the most important, is showing up, being important. And then I would also say, being intentional about reaching out to, you know, the community partners, the corporate partners, to our clients. Our clients are absolutely the reason we're here. So it's very, very important to me that we extend ourselves and show ourselves friendly in order to garner more clients and continue to give the great service that we currently do.
How does someone become a member of MBDA? What's the process? Do they simply fill out an application?
Well, they can call me or anyone on our team, and we can walk you through the process. But of course, there are some requirements because, as I mentioned earlier, we are government funded. Mm-hmm. So the government says that for the Houston MBDA, you have to have been in business for at least 3 years. You have to be minority owned. And this part, don't let the numbers scare you. I always tell people, because if you're not there, we can help you to grow there. But the government also says you have to have $500,000 in annual revenue. Of course, that's not a small business if you have $500,000, right? So we do have clients who are nowhere near $500,000 in annual revenue. But again, our job is to help you get to that $500,000 in annual revenue state so that, you can be a viable part, of that growing and expanding business ecosystem.
We've been talking with Marshette Turner-Ray. She's a director of HCC's Minority Business Development Association, known as MBDA. We'll have all of your information in our social media post after the show. Looking forward to the gala. Continued success, Marshette.
Thank you so much. It was a delight to be back with you, Todd. Hello, Amy. Thank you so much. And Melanie, you're a jewel. Thank you all so much.
We appreciate you. Thanks, Marshette. Take care.
All righty. Bye-bye.
And Amy, I know you've got another guest talking about an expo for our veteran population.
That's right. It's always wonderful to see Marshette. And now we're moving on to Dave Weaver, president and founder of Houston Veterans Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Hey, thank you, Amy. Glad to be here and honored to be on your guys' show.
So we're looking forward to discussing the second annual Veterans Expo this month, as well as some other info about your chamber. Let's start with the description of the expo. Tell us about it.
Well, it's an exciting time. So we actually started this Veterans Business Expo at HCC West Loop campus last year and had an absolute great success with your VMAS program and highlighting 103 veteran-owned businesses last year. So we maxed out your building last year, so we grew. So we decided to supersize it this year, and we are at the George R. Brown. We have close to 200 exhibitors that probably a good 140 of them are going to be veteran-owned businesses. We've got about 70 veteran-friendly employers and probably another set of about 30 to 35 resources for veteran business owners to grow their capacity, but also bring super awareness to them here in the Houston region that are doing some amazing work. And in our community, you just don't know they exist. So this is a great way of highlighting their activities, but also bringing the procurement and contracting officers to one place to buy and source from a veteran-owned business and support the veteran community that is right here in our backyards.
It's unbelievable. And that is a fantastic space at West Loop. And it's incredible that after just 1 year, you're going to George R. Brown. I mean, that is truly a success. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Like you, we're happy to support the veterans businesses around the region. What else will be going on during that time to help make Houston #1 for veteran business owners and entrepreneur support?
There's a ton of things actually around this. So we actually host a Veterans Business Community Leaders Roundtable every 6 months with key leaders that have a stake in the veteran business economy and ecosystem that we are creating and tying things together. And that's kind of part of why the chamber is existing on our side anyways. And it's growing that awareness. And so we also have within the thing, we are also supporting through VMAS and HCC is a VEEP program, Veteran Entrepreneur Program. We can more follow on that one. But that's another big program that we are part of and growing the entrepreneur support in the Houston region. We are also working with the SBA. We're working with the SBDC in highlighting veteran-owned businesses, growing that capacity. We have the Veterans Business Marketplace at Wings Over Houston Air Show, which is 14-15 October. And then we also have a Tools and Troops Drive in November, driving economy for W-2 employees that are veterans that need a new tool set or also the veteran-owned businesses to grow their capacity. So there's a ton around the actual veteran businesses to grow the awareness. We're working with several different offices to highlight those veterans that we don't know in our communities, and we want to make sure that it becomes top of mind. Will you drive by a box store now, possibly utilize a veteran business directory, utilize a veteran business map, utilize to shop from the veteran rather than maybe a big box store?
Really about the awareness and the capitalization on get basically setting up an advisory board to help determine what you're going to do next, and keep this moving. And I really appreciate how you're contacting internal, obvious veteran organizations, but also like organizations that you wouldn't necessarily link to veterans, but can absolutely be a wonderful partner.
Absolutely. Well, partnership and collaboration is the key, right? So we're here to be the veteran arm of these organizations, because what we found out in the last 3 years that the veteran business, Houston Regional Veterans Chambers been in existence, now that we're at 254 members, we've grown extremely fast, but we've also uncovered several massive gaps, not being counted, not being measured, being left out in certain economic development reports. We fit within the minority community. We fit within the hub space, but there's no data around it. So we want to make sure that this data is starting to trickle in and get counted, get measured from a GDP impact, because then, that means infrastructure, that means employment, that means jobs. This is for everybody. We live in the second largest veteran population in the US, only second to LA. And I tell you what, we are going to be number one. Most people are moving out of California. Most people are moving out of Chicago. Most people are moving out of New York. They're coming to Houston. Opportunity abounds right here in our backyards. So helping them grow.
Yes. Sorry, I would say next year we'll have you back when we are number one.
There you go. Yes, number one. So, there's a report that's been put out. We are currently number 5 for veteran owner support, and we've got to put a couple cities in our dust, and we've got to become number 1 for veteran owner entrepreneur support, and supporting this community that is doing some amazing work. You just don't know they're doing it as veterans, because we're somewhat prideful. We love to do the work, give us a purpose, but man, we put our heads down and get the work done.
And this is just one event that your group does year-round to involve veterans and generate awareness and support. Tell us some others, such as the golf tournaments.
So we do things a little bit differently for advocacy message. So one thing that we've done for one of our strategies this year was maximize our advocacy. So we support other organizations' golf tournaments. So we are supporting Operation Red Wing. We've supported some oil and gas stuff. We've done. We're getting ready to do a GHP golf tournament. We sponsor the whole, but we get to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 veteran-owned businesses work the table. They don't have to pay a dime, but they get to advocate in front of some people. We also support some other things that are going on, different veteran events, supporting veteran-owned businesses, but also other veterans to become aware of, because veterans want to support veterans. The community wants to buy from veterans. Corporations want to buy from veterans, and we're finding another gap is right. So, in people's vendors lists, they're not actually asking, "Are you veteran owned?" So how can we help corporations ask, "Are you veteran owned?" And then be able to give them at least a list. Hey, I want to support veteran owned businesses. And so from catering to stickers to banners to 24-inch pipe, you can buy from a veteran-owned business, but you gotta ask the question.
Yes, absolutely. And so through those, you get a lot of support through testimonials.
We do have a lot of testimonials on our website and on our YouTube channel, as well as the expo. The expo is again great highlight. OGGN podcast has been a good part of this and getting our testimonials. So there's like Moonlight Media, and then some of our other sponsors like this, that you've been able to do, highlights that effect, right? And then the testimonials and being able to say, hey, yes, I got this out of the chamber. I've got this out of the chamber. They've helped me grow. Just like Martha said before, is growing the capacity. We want those veteran business owners to scale. The only way they scale is do more business, but also have the right resources, the right education, the right access to capital, the right resources, the right community ecosystem to plug themselves into to grow that capacity. And part of that, you said collaboration of efforts, Goldman Sachs. Man, Goldman Sachs has a great small business 10,000 small business effort, right? And they have a veteran community within that. Well, they need to connect that to this, right? And they have. They've been a super supporter of what we've done. And we have several graduates from the Goldman Sachs program in the chamber growing. We want to continue that collaboration with them, but also SBDC, the SBA, other organizations, even we got veterans that do export, import. So I need to make sure that they're connecting to that with Marshette.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And so veterans and anybody who wants to be a partner, they can reach out to you. Thank you so much, Dave Weaver, for being here.
Yes. Hey, thank you for having me. You can reach the expo at www Houston Veterans Business Expo. You can also look at our veteran business directory at the HOU veteranschamber.org. And you can actually look at a Veterans Business Interactive map. We're literally mapping them out. So we're glad to be here, glad to be a resource, glad to be a community. How can we help? How can we collaborate together? I'm all for that.
Wonderful. And we'll have all that information in the post after the show.
Great. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Todd.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for being here this morning. So, Amy, we've got a few announcements to get through. One of them happening today, in fact, going on right now. Job fairs are continuing across the district. Path to Profession. Students eligible for work study can still attend a Path to Profession job fair to secure a part-time student work where they can earn $15 an hour. It's from now to 2 p.m., Wednesday, September the 6th. It's out at our Stafford campus. That's going on now. We also have one going on tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Thursday, September the 7th, out at the Katy campus. So check that out if you get a chance. It's a great way to earn some money that you don't have to pay back like loans. This is actual grant is granted to you through your student, through your financial aid, and you simply get to work it out and you get paid. So check it out. Check out our post after the show for more details. And I know we're just a couple of weeks into the semester, but I can relate, students. You're facing burnout already, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see how that works, Amy. We got something to help with that.
That's right. And maybe for employees who just got back from a long weekend, want to know how to avoid burnout. Tips from HCC Counseling. Join Counseling and Ability Services with co-host Dr. Estelle Sitt, retired HCC counselor, to explore the reality of college burnout and discuss tips to help avoid this growing trend. That is going to be from 11 a.m. to noon, Friday, September 8th. That is a WebEx presentation. So be sure to check the post after the show to register.
Okay, Suicide Awareness Month happening at the Coleman campus. Student Life and HCC Counseling are hoping to help prevent suicide by answering questions students, faculty, and staff may have about this subject. It's from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Tuesday, September the 12th, next Tuesday, at the Coleman Tower Atrium. Check our post after the show for more information on that. And we've also got some ways to help you watch your finances too.
Financial health coaching. This is going to be on the second Tuesdays. Join HCC's financial coaches to learn how to prepare for student loan repayment, tax refunds, financial freedom, and more. Workshops will be every month starting in September. That's going to be on the second Tuesdays. Check the post after the show for more information.
Okay, delivery is available to our district offices for food. Now that HCC has a number of people back at the district offices, delivery options are available at 3100 and 3200 Main. Neo's Cafe is the convenient delivery point for Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and they'll all make deliveries. Check our post after the show for a restaurant list with more info. And classes have begun in the fall semester, but you can still register for Second Start, which is less than 2 weeks away. 5 ways to learn. 2 of them are completely online. One of them is, or 2 of them are hybrid, and then 1 of them is in person. All you have to do is go to hccs.edu/apply. Okay, tomorrow, Amy, on the show, we've got the Holocaust Museum joining us.
Yes, they are going to discuss an exhibition about the Green Book, which is the annual guide created in 1936. To provide African American travelers with info on restaurants, gas stations, and other businesses that welcomed Black travelers during the Jim Crow era. That sounds amazing.
That's going to be tomorrow. And then we also have Film Friday later this week. So busy week to wrap up what is somewhat of a short week. I'm telling you, okay, so this week, 4-day week, just wait till next week. It's going to seem like 10 days straight.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
When you have those short weeks, then you go back into the long week. You're just like, oh man, when's this week going to end? But the only good thing is the end of next week, I go on vacation. So
see, I was going to say you just have to live for the next holiday.
Yeah, my holiday will be September 17th. So yeehaw. All right. Amy, thanks for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again next week on the show.
Sounds great. I always love being here.
All right. Thanks, folks. Thanks for joining us. Sharday is in tomorrow, live, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.